I got the Ask Your Mom quest in Quarantine Zone the last check on the 8th day, but I also suspect that you have to rescue the survivor Rob Lowe on the previous day. It starts by the major telling you that someone's putting up graffiti in the camp, and your first graffiti is going to be right outside of your sleeping quarters, and you need to interact with it to continue the quest. Now you will have to turn on your flashlight to be able to see footprints that are going to take you to the location of the next graffiti. You need to keep going in the direction the footprints are pointing to, and that's going to take you to the next graffiti. And I found mine right here. Now continue doing this, and it's going to take you to the laboratory portion of the camp. Now these tracks are going to take you behind the laboratory. You can check out these cool doors with "Don't open that inside." But it's actually a dead end, so you got to go back and around. And if you continue following the footsteps, you're going to find your next graffiti. That's going to be the third one. Now we're going to be going back to the sleeping quarters area. There's nothing else to this quest. You don't have to, you cannot find the graffiti without following the footsteps and activating each previous graffiti. They're just not going to be available. You can jump up here. I didn't even know that you can get up on top of these containers, but it's not really necessary. You can follow these footsteps without actually going over them. You just need to get to this infected area and then up to this guard tower where you're going to find your next graffiti. Now go back down and to the left, and the last graffiti is actually right here in the central part underneath the laboratory sign. Now your next task is going to be to talk to Abe Crow. All of these graffiti are about him, and he's not going to be happy about that.
Filthy little rat! Let me catch him. I'll rip his ears off. This place is a joke. Who the hell let him get his hands on paint? Who's in charge of the goddamn storage?
Once you talk to him, you need to go back to the storage area where you're going to be talking to a scientist, and he's going to tell you that he accidentally left the storage area unlocked and that somebody got a hold of this paint that can be discovered with your flashlight. So once you talk to the scientist, you need to go back to the living quarters and scan each and every survivor over there. Now, it can be any of the survivors that you have there that wrote these graffiti. So it's never the same guy or girl, and you're going to recognize them by them having red paint on their shorts or trousers.
He can't keep his mouth shut. He's always picking fights and talking trash
You
behind everyone's
must
back.
keep your
I just wanted to
flashlight
teach him a
on
lesson,
at all
make him know
times
his place.
to be able to identify
can
them.
work
And
something out,
sometimes
right?
it gets buggy and the red paint doesn't show, but just keep scanning all the people and you should see the
I
red
can
marks on
explain.
them.
The old fool brought it on himself. He can't keep his mouth shut.
Now
He's
you're going to get a
always picking
choice.
fights and talking
You can choose to take the cash from the guy and not report him, and that's going to reward you with $1,000, which is a pretty substantial amount. If you do not pick up the money from the tent and go outside before you pick up the money, you're not going to be able to come back and get the money.
Thank you so
And
much.
then you're going to get a
You're my
reward of,
savior.
I think, $200, which is much less. And that's the Ask Your Mom quest in Quarantine Zone the last check. And if this guide helped you, please guys leave a like and subscribe to the channel. This is the Noob signing out.